The food that we eating, that's why we shouldn't waste food. Because the food was complained, oh Allah, you sent me to be a nourishment for this human being, and they're not eating me, and they're throwing me away. And even our bodies will say, oh Allah, I was under the command of the mind, I couldn't disobey the mind. It took me to sin. It made me say things I didn't want to say about people. It made me harm people. It made me do things that I didn't want to do. That's why we have to look at ourselves. Don't look at nobody else. Don't say, well, who is that person? No, you got to say, who am I? Because you'll never know who someone else is if you don't know who you are. We got to go in there and change it. If Allah sent 124,000 prophets to us and we were still bent on listening to our ego, Allah could not do anything through those 24,000 prophets, because Allah said there's no compulsion in religion. Truth stands out clear from falsehood. If you're not going to take the truth, what? Then you're going to suffer oppression and slaughter. You're going to suffer that. See, Allah Almighty created Shaitan as a means of bringing that if we're going to be obedient servants, it helps us to bring the best out of us. It is a resistance training for us. Every time Shaitan comes in our life with any kind of trials and tribulations, we should say, Alhamdulillah! Woo! Get ready to get powerful now. Because I'm going to fight this nigga to death if necessary. If you ain't real in your heart, start digging a grave right now. Because this ain't going to be the place for you in the future. This is not the place for the faint and the weak of heart. This ain't the place. Because we right now are at war, first of all, with ourselves. To clean ourselves up, get ourselves out of that uncertainty, unbelief, that hypocrisy, that lying, that stealing, the deception. How can we ever grow putting shackles? Can you imagine putting shackles? I'm going to put some handcuffs on me, and I'm going to put some handcuffs across my legs, and then I'm going to put my mouth, and I'm going to go around and say, help, help. And we do it to ourselves. And then blame somebody else. We have become a real foolish people. And we keep going through all these same trials and all these heartaches. My heart is broken. Why? Because my ego I changed myself. Well, you did. Well, unchain yourself. Oh. You got the key too. Unshackle yourself. If the prophet, peace be upon him, would have allowed it, he would never get anything done. People would be coming to him complaining about everything all day long. Just think if he had a phone. He'd be getting calls from all around the world. Yes, Fatima. Yes, Ahmed. Well, he said that he wasn't going to do this, and she said you weren't going to do that. Okay, well, y'all work it out. Work it out or go about it. They allowed divorce when two people were not developing and growing. But Allah hates divorce. Allah hates it. But when two people are harming each other, they're getting worse in their growth and development, Allah allows it. Okay, be happy. But we still have the responsibility to deal with ourselves. Allah is so merciful. That's everything. We got everything. Are you out of oxygen? Everybody in here, will you have some when you go outside? Will you have some when you go in your car? If you have some, you're going to get in an airplane and fly across the world. Aren't you still going to have some oxygen to breathe in and out? Are you paying for it? That's one of the signs of paradise. We shouldn't have to pay for anything. But Shaitan has set up a system to divide and conquer, to have the haves and the have-nots, to have the poor and have the rich and the different classes. Islam came to destroy that. And so that same system that oppressed everybody with that same mentality, what they did was they took it from Islamic principles, the Constitution, and the first president really was a Muslim, John Hanson. It wasn't George Washington. And what did he do? Gave them Islamic principles. Without the spirituality, everybody's created equal. Everybody having equal rights. This is true. It's Constitution. It's Islam. Quran, Hadith, all day long. We don't know who we are. In our own bodies, we see ourselves in the mirror every day, brushing our teeth, washing our face, putting on our garb, and we're strangers to ourselves. When you wake up and find your power, whoo, you're back in paradise. Now you dangerous. But that danger is like this. It still has to be universal. We cannot look at people with our minds and our physical. We have to look at people through our hearts. We are for everyone. Even those that we don't like. It's not that we don't like, we may not like their ego, their activities. You love your children, you just don't like their behavior sometimes. And you whip their butt. They get too salty, you sweeten them up. This is gonna hurt me more than hurt you. So I ain't never go for that. I said, how is that happening? Where am I rump out? But I understand that now. Because you hate to have to discipline or whip your child. But if you don't do it, they be whipping you. Somebody got to be whipped, it ain't going to be me. I ain't taking no more whipping. But we have to use wisdom in our, and we all have, we're overflowing with it. You couldn't understand what I'm saying if you didn't have the frame of reference to understand. If you didn't understand the language that I'm speaking, you couldn't understand. If you didn't have the frame of reference to understand what I'm saying, you couldn't understand. If you couldn't feel with the energy that's coming off, you didn't have the frame of reference for that, you couldn't feel. That means also we're responsible, since you have agreed that you do feel and understand. And Allah Almighty is witnessing to our understanding. Every time that there is a Jumah, we come together. There are 3 levels. For the regular, common level, for people who are highly spiritual, and for the jinn. The jinn also come to Jumah, the good jinn. So everyone must take something from the Jumah, because the Jumah is a message. I am not a scholar. I'm not coming here to be a lecturer. I'm not lecturing, believe me, because I'm feeling what you're feeling. I'm hearing what you're hearing. And I'm also getting a message. I'm getting the message, not a message, the message. I'm so jacked that I feel like this boo-hooing. I'm so full.
Takbir! Takbir! Takbir!
I'm happier than you, and I'm saying. I'm hearing too something for the first time that I didn't know. And I just thank Allah Almighty that I allow myself to open to my Lord. Who else is there? What else is there? Allah is sufficient. What is wrong with us? Allah is ordering us to ask Him for what we need, and we're asking the government, our employers, people who have no power over us because they didn't create us. And Shaitan laughs, and the angel said, oh Allah, even look at them, us flying in planes. He said, the angels even say, oh Allah, look at them, your servants flying in iron prisons. When they have the ability to move east to west and north and south in a twinkle, they have no power that they use.